Hello, Knights of the Rolled Table, and we are back. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 1.
Saison 3.
So much to pack into our sexiest season ever.
Wait, I thought that was the last one.
Every season can be the sexiest season ever. That's the beauty of it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Eventually, Season 2 would no longer in that event be the sexiest season ever. Yeah.
Sexy season yet.
It's going to be the somethingest season ever
This is
anyway.
the most political season ever.
Oh, good.
It's all
Lean
gonna
in on
be-
that.
He's the king.
I am Zach, back in the DM chair. Joining me today, we'll just say names because our roles are going to get unveiled as we go. So to my left,
Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Weston.
Hi, I'm Jen.
Jeff.
efficiency. It's going to be our quickest season ever. So
4 episodes.
we are going to jump in.
TPK.
We're going to do a lot of feeling out what's been going on for some of our characters because as we begin, Gravely, the Orkling Ranger, and Maya, the Halfling Warlock,
Hello.
are traveling into, they have reached the realm of Popalona. Popalona is a realm on the sea, and it's actually, they're traveling towards a specific city in the realm of Popalona, and this city is located kind of like New Orleans, where like a major river empties out into the ocean, and it's actually the same river that ran by Respite, which I believe we labeled on Chris's very awesome map the Serpentine River, I want to say. Yeah, so that's the name of the realm, and it's very much known. The whole realm is kind of spread across the ocean, and there's a lot of commerce. There's a lot of comings and goings, and specifically this town that you're going to, being at this major trade route, there's a lot of people from all over. There's a lot of ships coming in and out, and something we're going to start off in experimental fashion. I'm going to try some things this season that might go great and they might not, but we're going to have fun along the way. Is Jeff is going to be, for this episode specifically, and potentially future episodes, going to be kind of co-DMing in the role of kind of like being the creator of this specific town. So he's going to be jumping in, doing a lot of the descriptions of the town and some NPCs in the town, and we'll kind of see how that works. So we've worked out some like kind of vague details, and so we'll go back and forth and see how that goes. So Jeff, if you want to take over and describe a little bit more of this town and what might be in it.
As you travel down the road following the Serpentine River, the hills have been dry and bushy. It has been airy and warm. And as you reach the final hill, you finally get the blast of sea breeze that hits you. And below you, you see the town of Giacca, sitting along the harbor that comes out like a crescent bay, and looking down the steep road, this steep, cliffy area that looks like there should not be a town here, but the people have managed to build right along the cliffside. A bunch of quaint 2-story buildings, multi-story buildings, fill up along as close as they can to where this port is. And you begin to walk down the road, and the road turns into a small cobblestoned road that leads into the small village feel of Giacca. There's clotheslines coming across, and the tall buildings, and the streets are really narrow. And as you're starting at the very top, it has a very seaside Italian feel to it. It is warm, and the seagulls you can hear.
Nope, not going to do it.
Just a little bitter about the eagle situation. We're gonna ease him into this.
Nothing? No? Okay, no birds. I won't have to do birds.
Okay, hold on.
That is the mating call of the Eastern Seagull. As I know it very well, Gravely.
I think that bird is dying.
I don't care. This place is so romantic.
Right, why did we come here again?
Hey, you said something about the Dreadex,
Oh, yes.
correct?
Of course.
Also, you said it would be an exciting place for us to visit.
So Gravely and Maya, last we saw them, they were going to go visit Maya's parents in, I checked her bio, the realm of Ascadia, and the town of Boldhurst is where they lived. You guys talk a little bit about, like, did you get there and what brought you into Giacca in the town of Popalona?
Maya, I do have to say, I really like your parents. They were super nice. I mean, everybody was so quaint and
Yes, they are okay. It is just so quiet there.
I suppose so, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they seem to really love each other very much. And I can see where you get it from.
Where I get what from?
Your kindness.
Oh, thank you, Gravely. That is the nicest thing you have ever said to me.
Oh, I say a lot of nice things.
Yes, you do, but that was the nicest.
Well, you know, they just miss you, I think.
Yes, but the world is big and I am big and I want to see as much of it as possible. That is why I'm so excited to come with you and see if we can find this Dreadex office.
Oh, yes. Well, I figure, you know, if it wasn't in Respite and it wasn't in Boldhurst, perhaps Giacca might have something, because I do remember there being lots of trade routes going through Popalona. So I know there's got to be something where Dreadex is operating, at least ship merchants going through.
Oh, yes, industry.
Look out.
Look out, I got to be the way. I'm going through here.
Look, Gravely, they are merchants.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, we're merchants. Let's gotta get this down to the dock.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
I gotta go.
okay.
I love seeing bureaucracy in action.
Very nice. Well, I suppose we should probably try to find a place to stay. Maya, did your parents give you any money? Because I don't quite have a lot of gold.
You know, I think they may have put something, but I think I left it in my other coat. So, I don't know, but it's okay. I will find an inn and I will perform, and then people will give us money.
Yeah, we might have to take a couple of odd jobs.
So we'll say,
So
like,
tell
each
us
of
how
you.
much we have.
So I would say each of you have a couple of gold, probably realistically an assortment of copper and silver and gold. But kind of like you've definitely, like, your stores have run down a little bit. And so the amount of money you have is enough to, like, you could stay in this town for a couple of days, but you're definitely in a spot where you're going to need to earn some money. You're going to need some income.
They actually do have a breakdown of coins and what various coins can
Cool.
purchase. Would you like me to go over that real quick?
Sure.
So with 1 gold piece, a character can buy a belt pouch, 50 feet of good rope, or a goat.
1 gold equals 1 goat. We should just call them that. Goats.
One goat.
Have 100 goats.
A skilled but not exceptional artisan can earn 1 gold piece a day. Gold piece is standard. 1 gold piece is worth 10 silver pieces, the most prevalent coin among commoners. A silver piece buys a laborer's work for a day, a flask of lamp oil, or a night's rest in a poor inn. So, and then 1 silver piece is worth 10 copper pieces, which are common among laborers and beggars. A single copper piece buys a candle, a torch, or a piece of chalk. So it's like maybe a dollar. And then
How much is a gallon of milk?
Yeah, so I mean,
be like a
that's a vague idea of a gold. Gold is worth something. We've never really defined this in our world because we've never really had to buy a lot of stuff. So, like, when you get like 100, 200 gold, that's like, oh, I could maybe buy like a very, because there's also like a measure of like buying a magic item is like, those are things like that are near priceless. So it might cost 1,000 gold, but that's like a fortune. That's like I bought a Ferrari. Let's do this. You guys have been traveling for a while together. You spent money. You've had various options of, like, you've come across some people in need. You've shared your wealth and you've earned some money along the way. So I'm going to have each of you roll a D20, and the first roll is how many gold coins you have.
Oh, we get gold coins.
The second is how many silver coins you have, and the third is how many copper coins you have.
I need my dice tower. Okay.
13.
13 gold.
What?
Each of you has 13 gold.
That's funny.
We back.
D20 again.
Yeah, for silver.
19.
10 silver.
12.
12.
Okay,
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
We're synced up, man.
So that's about where you're at. You've got, you could survive for a couple of weeks on that, but sooner or later you're going to run out of money, and you couldn't buy anything big here. So that's about where you're at, and you're coming into this town, which is beautiful and scenic, but also a little bit pricey on the ways of things cost definitely more here than they do in the kind of small hamlet of Boldhurst or Respite. So it's going to go quick, especially if you want to carouse and have fun or explore or do other things.
Well, I think we should. I mean, I'd like to look for the Dreadix office to see if, maybe my position has been thought about, and I have a feeling that maybe there wasn't ever a position in Respite.
No.
I think so.
Well, Gravely, I am here to support you. You have been so kind to me.
Well, I'm just here to support you. I think, you're clearly the more talented one. I mean,
Oh, stop. Well, perhaps we would have better luck if we try to find an inn or a tavern of some sort where we can find a lot of people, perhaps some lodging and ask some questions.
So, Jeff, as they walk into town, what kinds of stuff would you say they see?
As they start from the outskirts of town, the very higher up places that have the greatest view are bigger. It's more looks like these are private residences of the most affluent people in town. And as you continue to go down these very steep, very small winding paths, you get lost very quickly into which way is down and which connects back over here. You start to get into marketplaces. There's people selling fish and fruits and grain. And further down, you get closer towards the port, and you're seeing more sailors and workers, and there are people selling fish guts and another bucket of chum.
Fish guts, 2 copper. Get your fish guts
Yeah,
here, nice and fresh from the fish.
This reminds me
fish
of
guts. I'll get some fish
the
guts.
Underdark in
Don't go for his
Volcara.
fish guts. You don't
A
want
little
that guy's
bit,
fish
yeah.
guts.
You got better fish guts?
Come on, right over here. This
Are
is
you
the
hungry,
prime
Okay, I
Greggy?
get those fish guts.
I don't really care for any.
You don't want
fish
to try
guts,
fish guts?
I mean, not particularly right now.
Oh, the lady there, she likes a fish gut. They're a delicacy here in Giacca. You got to try the local fish guts. They're only 3 copper.
Well, he just said 2 copper.
Oh, but
2
these are
copper for these
premium fish guts over here.
No, these are the freshest
Okay, I can
ones.
come here. I'll cut you a deal. I'll
Will
go
one
to
of you sing me a song? I would love to hear a song about your wares.
He's a good singer. He can sing. I'm fine.
Cue the accordion. When the fish hits the bucket, just like you said, whatever, it's some fish guts.
It's some
When the
fish guts.
smell hits your nose and you just gotta go, that's some fish guts.
It's a fish gut.
And so it goes on like that for a while.
20 minutes later.
I will buy fish guts from you.
Very good, here you go.
Merci
He earned
beaucoup.
it.
2 silver.
Well done, sir.
How are my fish guts?
Disgusting.
Yeah, exactly as you'd
Horrendous.
imagined. Uncooked, there's nothing about them that is
Constitution.
would generally be considered edible. But the song was nice. You're feeling very much in the Giacan mystique.
You know, Gravely, I normally like to appreciate other cultures, but I'm afraid I'm not feeling very well.
Maybe you have to work up to it. Well, we better find it in.
We need to find a bathroom.
Okay, that too.
You guys continue to head down, go through the labyrinth of stalls and markets and people selling wares and hawking things to you. And as you come down right where the kind of the main road turns into where the port begins and the rest of the harbor opens up, there's a little corner, and right on the edge, there's this tall 2 or 3 story building with a big sign in front of it. It has a big fish cut out of it, and it says the Seagull Tavern and Inn. And just as you're looking around, you see this tiny halfling person get thrown out and stumble into the street. And following up above, or right behind, is a woman in a full-length dress that's all black and has all these rivets and I don't know.
Buttons.
Why do I try and describe clothes? I have no idea what I'm talking about. This woman comes out and she says, and you get out of here. I don't want you to riff-raff in here. You know you're not allowed here. Get out. And she goes back inside. The halfling man stands up and brushes himself. I goes, well.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You flew through the air.
Yeah, people think they can push me around.
Did you do something bad?
Something bad? I never do anything bad. People got to work in this town.
And
you got to
say,
work in Giacca.
Gravely says in halfling,
Ooh.
if there's trouble inside, we can help you take care of it.
Oh, you speak the tongue.
I don't understand anything you both are saying right now.
You don't really look
I'm
like a halfling. Are you?
I'm a bit of a mixed breed.
I like the
tusks.
the tusks. Those are cool.
Yeah, that's one side of it.
Oh, well. Hey, look. I'm
Are
gonna
you speaking common?
now
speaking-
switch. Common. Look.
Common.
Look, I was just trying to do my normal business. Look, I'm an up and coming entrepreneur, and I'm just trying to sell my wares to people where the people are, and here at the
Ooh,
Seagull Tavern.
You are an artisan? You make
I
something?
am.
What do you make?
Well, take a look, and he opens up his coat, and on the inside, hanging in there, he's got a gold necklace. He has a ring. He has a pocket watch, and he has a bowl, a decorative bowl. And he says, "Look at all these fine things that I've made."
Wow, you are an artisan who makes so many different things.
Yeah. What do you like?
I like
Well,
the bowl.
I think we were looking for a bathroom and some
well, I
place to
could
stay.
peek in a bowl.
You could, but it's not very practical, Maya.
I guess a pocket watch is nice too.
Okay. 3 gold.
Oh. May I inspect it first?
Sure.
I would like to inspect the pocket watch.
Roll that investigation.
Okay. Woohoo. First roll of the campaign, you guys.
We're off.
Yay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah. It's going to be a good day.
So it's just going to be a nat 20.
Tell us about everything you can possibly tell us about this pocket watch, Jeff.
This pocket watch is made of sterling silver. The inside mechanisms are highly attuned. There's a pearl inset set on an abalone outside.
A fish?
So
Sure.
about
It's fine. It's a good-looking pocket watch.
is it
Right.
worth 3 gold or is that too much? With a nat 20, I feel like she'd really be able to size up if this is a good deal or not.
You think that this is maybe worth 5 or 10?
Do I feel like it
interesting.
was owned by someone who loved it?
On the inside, you see that there is, on the inside of the pocket watch, on the lid, there's actually a picture inside, and it has an elven couple on it.
I love it. Maya's she
Gravy says, Maya,
3 gold. That's all I want. 3 gold. Hey, if you want the bowl, I'll make it both for
sir,
5.
what's your name? Come on, you know I'm going to ask about names.
I gotta look it up.
I savor these moments because he was the one to make fun of when I made up names on the very first day of recording. Take your
Monsieur,
time.
The name's Penny. They call
Miss-
me Penny.
Monsieur Penny.
Yeah.
You did not make this? There is a photo in here. Did you steal this?
Well, I found a photo on the ground and I put it in there. I'm a finder. I'm a scrounger.
Do I believe him?
I'm going to just straight up say no. Going off your investigation check, it definitely looked like that was in there and clearly belonged to this elven couple or one
I
of
am
them.
sorry, monsieur. I believe you have stolen this watch, sir. I am going to steal it back.
He says, "Hey, what kind of person do you take me for?
A thief.
Somebody who stole this.
A thief? Would a thief do this? Look behind you!"
Maya would look.
Gravely would not look. I'm just looking at him, kind of like, really?
Maya would look, but she's definitely holding that pocket watch.
All right, each of you go ahead and roll a charisma save to see if you can resist his cunning tactics.
Well, that's an 8 for me, but I'm plus 8 to my charisma save, so that's going to be a 16.
11. It's 12 minus 1.
All right, so based on that, Maya will not automatically turn around, but if you choose to, you can. And Gravely at least like startles and does kind of an automatic reaction, but like as you do it, you maybe realize like, okay, well he's probably distracted.
With the charisma save, I think maybe she would not look.
Okay, so you just watch him as Gravely
frozen
startles a little bit. He's
Okay.
just staring.
Okay. There was nothing there. So you passed. So what? Tell me what brings you to our fine town of Giaca. Are you tourists on honeymoon?
We're looking for the Dreadex office.
Oh, you're on our side. Well, if you're looking for some of these things to fence or move on, I know some people. I can help you guys out if you're.
Gravely, are you a thief?
It's a courier service. It's a
For
way
thieves?
of sometimes, but we don't ask questions.
Halfling. It's okay. We're on the same team.
Halfling, not quite right now. Let me deal with this.
Why is it girl troubles?
No, she's fine.
Okay.
And halfling.
Gravely,
Common.
this is not what I thought this was.
Listen, Maya, I don't want to explain something to you, but
Well, that's a new term. We're going to have to break that down.
Elf-splain? Well, it means a lot to me if I can try to just figure out the status of my job. That's all I want to find out right now.
Are you a courier?
I was.
Wow.
I am. I have been in the past.
That's steady work. That's a good gig.
Gravely, I think I have some things to think about. I'm going to try and find somewhere to spend the night. Just come find me when you are ready.
Sure.
So I'm going to walk for... She's kind of like had not put 2 and 2 together about what Dreadex was. And so she's going to move forward and see if she can go inside that tavern and get some lodgings.
All right, she heads in. Gravely, where do you go?
I'm going to talk to Penny just for a second and say, in Halfling, do you know where the office is or if there is one?
There might be an office. Gosh, I seem to slip my mind.
I hand him 5 silver.
There we go. See, I knew you were on the level. Look, all you got to do, you're going to walk out to the pier all the way to the very end, and then where the lighthouse is, there's a bunch of crab traps. You just push on that. It's going to look like it's not going to move, but you push that. You go down around the front of the lighthouse, and there's a secret door down at the bottom underneath the lighthouse.
All right, that sounds about right. Do you know who runs this establishment?
No idea. I only know that it's there.
All right, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you, Penny.
You got it. And hey, he takes a little copper piece and he flicks it at you and he says, "Penny for your thoughts."
Catchphrase.
And as you see it, it's just a slug, like it's just a piece of copper, like it doesn't have any printing on it. It's my calling card. Are you new to this game? I feel like you're not in the same game that we're. Okay, well, you have a great day.
I go inside the inn.
All right, they're inside the Seagull Tavern and Inn.
All right, the Seagull Tavern and Inn is a large place. There's tons of tables. There's people eating and drinking, and it's just very full and lively. And you see that there's all the way from longshoremen and people in very basic attire, all the way up to like sea captains and admirals that are ranked sitting at the bar. All sorts of people having a drink. It's very loud and boisterous in there, but it's orderly. It's not out of control. It's very much a well-worn establishment.
So Maya would be going in a little bit earlier than Gravely. So I think first thing she would do is look for like an innkeeper or somebody or whoever's tending bar and inquire about a room and then see about getting a drink.
Great. You see the woman that was kicking out Penny is now behind the bar, and she's leaned over and she's talking to a couple of sailors in uniform there. And you're just catching the end of the story. She's like, and then I told him, you're the one who's getting drunk tonight. Have another one. She pours him another.
Pardonnez-moi, excuse me.
Yes, hello. Welcome to the
Hello.
Seagull Tavern. What can I
Hi.
get you?
Oh, well, I just wanted to see, do you have any rooms available for the evening?
Before you even finish talking, she pulls out a little piece of like parchment and hands it to you. Rates are on the top. It's 1 copper for the double, 2 coppers for the king, and 3 coppers for the proclivity suite. And anything on the flip it over and you can order anything you want. Room service is you just pick up the can. We're on the other end of the can.
Just
You know,
yell.
2 cans. And, you know what? Just yell. Marcello, we're here. Yeah, right, Marcello. Thanks, Marcello. Oh, you're a doll.
Yes.
Marcello over there.
Well, I would like to book at least a double for the evening.
Double for
and
the
if I
evening.
could get a glass of Pinot Noir, that would be lovely.
Wonderful. Someone of taste. And she rifles under the bar. She puts a key on there. She hands you a contract to sign and a glass of wine. And before you even can get your thing, she's
Beautiful.
on top of it.
Yeah. Then Maya's literally just going to sit at the bar, open up the locket, and look at the photo, and then scan the room and see if she can see anybody that matches it.
Roll investigation.
That's 15.
What does she see?
So you're looking around, you're sizing up everybody, and kind of tucked over in a corner, there's big parties of people and kind of carrying on, but kind of tucked away, kind of in a corner, sharing half of like a booth table together. You actually see an elven couple there, and they're just kind of like quietly kind of smiling and nodding and kind of taking it in. They're clearly together, but they're just kind of people watching and taking the whole thing in, and they're just politely kind of sitting there.
I'll add in your kind of investigation of the clientele and folks around. There's definitely a wide range of people here. There's definitely some folks who look more like those elves, like they're taking it in. They're maybe not that. They're not regulars. There's some other people who are definitely regulars. There's more merchant-y looking people, and there's definitely some kind of like swarthy, shady, definitely sailors, but like they don't really look like they're not part of a military organization. They're definitely men and women and beings of the sea that might not be that trustworthy just from like a quick glance at them. There's also, you notice like a little table of goblins who are speaking to each other in Goblin with some sort of odd things on the table, and a few other types of people. And I'll also say, Weston, I don't have like a clear entry point to you, so anytime you feel like your character might show up, be present, feel free to jump in.
Would I be coming in around this?
Yeah, you're walking in too, so Gravely's there, and you see Maya kind of looking around, specifically looking around, kind of like glancing at the watch and looking around and identifying the couple sitting in the corner.
Gravely's going to go over to Maya and say, Maya, the halfling guy is gone. Listen, I'm sorry for out there. I never really told you why I joined Dreadex, but there's not a lot of people that'll hire somebody like me, and it took the work I could get.
Gravely, I understand that life is sometimes difficult and complicated, but when you are with me, I feel like we can do anything, and maybe you don't need to work for them anymore. I mean, we've done okay, correct?
We've done lots of good things,
Well-
scary things, but good things, and
We
Well,
help people.
but there were some good people that I worked with, some not so good people. But I feel like I have an obligation. Just, I want to try to at least find out where I stand. It's important to me.
Gravely, you are my friend, and like I said, I will support you. But I will warn you that I will not do anything that would hurt somebody.
Oh no, it's not so much hurting as just delivering things.
delivering things that were taken from people. She holds up the little compass, pocket watch. She holds up the little pocket watch and she says, but today we have the opportunity to make something right. Okay? So we are going to go over there and we are going to return this to its rightful owner.
All right, well, I'm going to get a room for myself first and I'll join you.
Okay.
I'll talk to the innkeeper.
You get the same spiel.
Same thing.
I am not like all of the other people you've been throwing out of the bar here. Okay, I'm very, very, very serious about getting a crew together.
Look, that kind of business you take outside. We don't do that in here, okay? I know your type. You're not in a uniform.
Actually, I am. And I pull off this cloak that I've had around, and I'm in kind of a digger's outfit, but like, you know, those like old Victorian, like mummy raider kind of outfits. So all the buttons are all the way down. He even kind of like has this little like tan hard hat on his pack. And very, very, very small creature, and you immediately notice this kind of extended nose, these teeth that are jostled in odd directions. His jaw doesn't quite line up properly. This small kobold creature with this gray skin, and looks not as spry as many kobolds. He looks a little bit slower than most kobolds, but the fact that he is speaking common is very, very strange. And listen, I'm just trying to find some people who can help me, and if you help me find those people, then maybe we together can benefit off of this venture. That's all I'm saying.
So I would say Gravely kind of overhears this conversation and sort of sits in and continues to listen as Maya sounds like she was headed off to the elven couple. You want to follow that scene?
Is he speaking in common?
Is Weston? Yeah, that was in common specifically. And typically kobolds do not speak common, so that's part of what stands out with him.
Look, I got a full bar here. I got people I got to tend to. I don't want any trouble from you. You, sweetheart, what do you need?
I just need a room.
Okay, it's two for the double.
Yeah, I'll take it that.
Okay, here you go. Sign this. Put that on there,
All right.
okay?
All right, so Maya heads over to the elven couple.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I found this, and I think it belongs to you. It has your picture in it.
The woman reaches out and she grabs it. She goes, oh my gosh, how did you lose this, Charles?
Oh my, that was in my pocket.
Charles?
Oh my goodness, he feels like for his pocket. He's like, oh my goodness, it's gone. However, did you get? Are you some type of a brigand? Have you stolen? I've heard that people here steal very
Well, I
often.
would
Charles, no, she's returning it.
I would not be a
make
very
sense.
good brigand if I was giving it back to you. It is a bit of a long story, but I came across it and I saw you here in the bar, and I thought it would be good to give it back to you. So I hope that makes you happy.
Oh, it does so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, lovely. Well, it was very nice to meet you. What were your names?
This is my husband, Charles.
Charles.
And I'm Mayweather.
Oh, hello, Charles and Mayweather. My name is Maya. I am just visiting.
I suppose you'd like some sort of payment for returning our
No
lost object.
No payment.
Charles, don't be rude.
Oh, sorry. Here. Take,
No.
Here's
Yes.
5 gold coins, please. Or less.
10.
10 gold. Perhaps we could cover your room here and your
Yeah.
meal. We could buy you a meal.
Well, only if you will let me perform for you.
Oh, we'd like that very much. I'm getting Charles into the arts.
Perfect. I love the arts.
We're here to see an opera.
Oh, really? An opera?
We're here to see the opera, aren't we, Charles?
I prefer competition in games of chance, but
Oh.
I suppose if I have to watch an opera, then I shall enjoy it with
What
my
is the
lovely
name of the
partner here.
opera?
Le tout le bon for sale.
Le tout le bon, sir.
Le tout le bon for sale.
That sounds wonderful.
It will be.
Back at the bar, I'm talking to this kobold, and then we fought a giant
In the background, you start to hear Maya perform on her drum and
fire
singing.
snake. And
It's normal for Gravely.
Glad that's me.
Oh,
Friends
hold on a second.
are so people to me.
Can
The world
I'll be
is
right
a
back.
rainbow
okay.
Hold it 1
many
minute.
types of people. And when
Maya.
we're together. Yes.
Hi, I heard you're drumming.
Yes, I have made new friends. This is Charles and Mayweather.
Okay, just usually when she starts drumming, it's people are perhaps trying to start a fight. And
No, they have purchased my room.
that sounds
for the
very
evening.
interesting.
all right. Well, if everything's all right, I'm going to go back to my conversation then. Nice to meet you both.
Gravely, did you make a friend?
I just overheard his conversation and started telling him about our adventure.
Another new friend. I will meet this person now. Goodbye, new friends.
And Charles signals to, what was the barkeep's name?
Genevieve.
Genevieve. Charles signals to Genevieve and goes over and covers your tab for 3 days, including food and drink and lodging here.
Score. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't actually catch his name. I just heard he was looking for. What were you looking for?
I'm looking for a bit of a crew.
Oh,
You see, my name is Soot.
soot.
Sit.
Soot.
Like the soot that you wear on a nice Sunday day.
More like the stuff you wouldn't want to get on your suit.
Oh, I've never had.
Soot. Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
You see, I need someone to help me get across, to really hunt down some incredible treasure.
What treasure?
Yes. You see, I was a part of a archaeological dig.
Oh, like history.
Yes. And you see, I found something there. And inside of that something I found this.
A piece of paper.
No.
I love paper. You can paint on it. Can I paint on it?
You can turn it into little balls and throw it at people.
And I
Or
open
you
it
can
up.
Fold it.
No. It's this. Now, I know it doesn't look like much. The map is...
Are you kidding? That is art. It is beautiful.
The map is scrawled, misspelled words. No, but if it was inside the book I found, you have to understand that there's something here. And I don't show the map to anyone. And honestly, you two aren't quite who I'm looking for. I need someone who's going to be able to protect me. Yeah, I know I'm just an old kobold, which you don't hear very often. Kobolds don't last very long.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's what caught my interest, is because we don't normally see a lot of kobolds around that are old, one of all.
You are
and
my
also
first.
in the middle of... You've never seen a kobold before?
No.
Oh, I
Well-
saw them all the time in my old job. I mean,
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
We tend to stay to the caves mostly.
yes, underground.
Yeah.
There was
I'm
actually a
not
kobold that
underground
worked.
very often.
There was actually a kobold that worked for Dreadex.
Anyway, do you both know any bigger adventurers who could add some protection on this journey?
Well, we used to know a dwarf that was very tough, but he, I think he went
And
north.
Dex's bloody heart.
Oh yeah, but
Stimon.
don't quite know what happened to him.
Although we have protected people before.
Oh yes,
And I kind of like you, so I would be willing to protect you.
Maya is actually a very powerful warlock, and I am an accomplished ranger.
I really
can
enjoy
help.
that art that you have made on that paper.
Oh, I didn't write this. I found it.
Oh,
It's a map, Maya.
well, art is subjective.
Now, I don't really have a lot of options, to be honest. So, not many people wanting to talk to a kobold.
Well, we can always keep our eye open. I do have to go to my local branch, and maybe there's somebody in there that we could refer you to.
So the map that he has is, it looks like a very weathered, scrawled piece of paper, and it is a drawing of an island, and it's super crude looking, and it has on it, though, where there's two coves marks, and one badly misspelled says they're called Little Cove and Big Cove, and
COV.
COV, yeah. And there's a reference to Happy Trees Jungle, HAPI,
Did you have your
Trees
kids
Jungle,
draw
and a
this?
little arrow. And then there's actual dotted red line to a big red X in the middle of the island.
Good.
And Soot the Kobold believes through his investigations that this is a reference to an island that is not far off the coast of Giacca. It's an uninhabited island. Some people just call it the island. It's close enough that on a clear day you can see it. It's probably a couple miles offshore. Some people call it Giacca Island or just the island.
So, if you both will be willing to help me, I mean, you're much better looking than I am, and maybe you could help us to get some kind of ship or some kind of crew to get us out there. I know it doesn't look like much, but you have to understand, I found this map inside of this book, and I pull out this beautifully ornate, leather-bound book that has these kind of gold encrusted wreathing all kind of going in and out of it. And you open it up and it's just pages and pages and pages of text that neither of you even know what it says. He's like, this is what got me out here. This is what taught me.
It is beautiful.
What language is it in?
It's arcane runes.
Okay.
If you give me some time, I could take a stab at it.
Oh, I know what it says. I've been studying it for a long time.
Oh, okay.
It harkens back to the original Draconic that I was taught when I grew up.
I speak Draconic.
Oh, well, you might understand some of this stuff, but it's not relevant.
Well, but what does it say? I'm so curious.
Oh, they're spells.
Oh, it is a spell book.
I didn't know magic before I found it.
Oh, you do magic?
I do,
Oh, excellent.
and I'm quite good at it too.
That's very impressive.
It is.
Well, let me ask you something, Soot. By doing this mission with you, would it be something that would help people, or is it something good?
Well, it'd help you both a lot. I'm a bit of like I said, an archaeologist. I'm interested in the discovery of everything.
You mean the human or elf, the personal experience?
Yes, that.
And you're saying there's a bit of coin involved if we help you find it.
Oh, I am happy to give you the reward you deserve for your journey.
But Soot, we promised Gravny, I'm trying to help him figure out the situation with his former employer. So we do need to investigate that first, but perhaps you could come help us and then we can help you with yours.
Yes, when were you planning on shipping out?
If you're looking for an employer, you won't need another employer after we get whatever is on this island.
Well, tying up loose ends and everything, but I'm not object to helping you, Maya.
Gravely, I told you, I'm here to support you. And if
I'm here to support you.
Well, we are at an impasse. But it sounds like perhaps there may be some intrinsic value in these discoveries that we could share with the world.
Yeah, that. 100%.
I've always wanted to go on a boat.
That's probably going to be my least favorite part, but we're going to get through it.
Well, I do have to check on my local branch here, so if you want, you can come with us. It's near a lighthouse or something.
Sure, I could stretch my legs a little bit.
All right, let's go take a look. What time of day is it?
It is
2:30.
It's 2:30.
So we've got time to go down to the lighthouse before we head in for the night, right?
Yeah, totally.
Let's do it.
All right, you head
Come on,
back
Soot.
out into the bustling streets there, and right in front of the tavern, there's kind of a big archway that says the Port of Giacca above it, and it opens up into some really wide docks that go all the way out on the, what do you call that, kind of the...
Pier?
Yeah, kind of the pier, although it's like a...
Like an outlet?
The gangplanks.
Yeah, I'm not good
The
at
boardwalk?
words. So beyond the
But
arch,
it's
you
created.
walk out...
It's non-natural. They feel like filled it in there. Or?
Yeah, like it's like poured cement, like
Archipelago?
solid.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Poured cement. It's solid.
Sure.
Out to the lighthouse?
Yes.
Okay.
So that goes out to the lighthouse. On the inside of the bay, as you're walking out in the right side, the very first ships that you see are these tall sailing ships, and they're beautiful and they look great. And as you go each berth down, it's kind of a step down in the quality of the boat. And this is a very large bay, little inlet there, and you actually get to take a look back towards Giacca, and you see that just as you kind of imagine coming down, the city just kind of grows out of this port up onto this big hill, and it's just a beautiful panoramic view there. You keep walking down, and eventually it curves around, and you can see the lighthouse, and now it's a little closer. The dock is a little lower to the sea level. It's getting a little narrower. There's smaller
And just to paint a picture,
boats.
like you see this half elf in a bright yellow dress, and then this little orkling, and then a little like ruddy looking kobold following.
Maya takes off her hat, and under her hat she has the little weasel of Bill.
Bill.
And so she kind of puts him on her shoulder, and she's like, look, Bill. Yes, we will have to paint this later.
And as you're walking, first it's, military sailors and people in uniforms and people with standing in the world. And as you're going down, you begin to realize you aren't the most unusual creatures walking around here anymore. There's dragonborns and halflings and gnomes doing their own business. And finally, you get kind of towards the end, and there's not really a lot of activity, and there's another few 10 or 20 feet, and then there's the lighthouse entrance right there, and there's some crates all around, and you see a kind of a big stack of crab traps.
You weren't kidding about that walk.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I think the door's around here somewhere, and I'll check around the crab traps and see if I can kind of push.
Just as easy as opening a gate, it just kind of swings back, and it opens up this little tiny pathway that goes down and kind of in front, opening up a little tiny staircase that's just barely big enough for you guys to kind of walk down.
Well, we're about to go into a Dreadix office, and I have to warn you, it might not be what you expect.
Well, that has been the theme of today, has it not?
Correct.
I have no expectations, so we're fine.
You'll fit right in. Come on.
It's okay. I have a disguise, and I will use disguise self, and I will turn into like a burly dude that's missing half his teeth.
So you're going for like tough, scary, intimidating,
Yeah.
don't mess with me, I fit in here.
With
Yeah.
a weasel.
All right.
And Bill.
She'll put the weasel back under his hat.
All right, she is that.
Maya, what?
He's actually, the disguise self is a little bit taller than her, so it covers
Yeah.
The
the
hat.
build portion.
What should we call you?
You can call me
Jean-Pierre? Jean. Okay. All right. Come on, Soot.
Let's
and
go.
Jean. So we walk
Jean
down
just
the
kind
steps.
of trumps in the back of the group.
All right.
Maya's impression of big burly guy.
She's a performance artist. It's immersive.
You walk down the steps, and it is in fact a very clear day, and you can see the island off what must be 3 nautical miles.
Yep.
Let's say. Out there, and it's very beautiful. There's nowhere, as you're kind of coming down, you see that it's just kind of ocean now that you're kind of facing. There's not any real view in here. You're not seeing any buildings. So this looks like a nice little hiding spot. And as you kind of come down, you see that there actually is sort of an overhang that opens up. And you see that there's this sort of hidden dock underneath part of this lighthouse where little tiny boats could come in and be docked up in here underneath the lighthouse, kind of hidden. And it all kind of leads in to this little tiny door.
Cravely's going to go up to the door and...
Nothing happens.
Is that like the secret code or something?
No, I was just trying to be polite.
Gravely, that did not work.
I know. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to kind of look around, just make sure the door's not trapped.
Roll investigation.
I know how these guys are. Sometimes they're a little paranoid.
This entire time, Soot has been like studying the walls in here, looking for any kind of like peepholes that other creatures might be looking through, looking for any like traps that might set off, not even traps, but like alarms.
Mechanical or like put into the stone?
I mean,
Physical traps?
all of the above. So he's trying to see if they know that we are coming.
I rolled a 10.
Can I help him?
Yeah. Roll with advantage.
10.
So I would say without looking too hard, you can see actually there are some traps and they are not set. So there's various traps and a few mechanisms that could be set, and some of them fairly quickly. But like right now, it's a hallway that's open for people to be able to come in and out. But if they want like a closing time or whatever, or if they needed to trap it quickly, they could. There's several devices that they could deploy.
No, you're not quite looking in the whatever. It's fine. You go in first.
I found something, but it's not activated. So, hello. Is anyone?
Hello.
Thank you, Jean.
So you will attempt to open the door? I see.
Yeah, I'll say in Draconic, I'll say package delivery, which is something that we would say in Dreadex as a way of initiating a new office.
A window appears in the door because it was like there was an illusion in place that made it look like a solid door. But at that phrase, the window appears and there's a face in the window.
Picking up and dropping off.
Because like the face shows up and doesn't see anything. All it sees is Maya because I'm like really low.
Jean, a few feet
Jean.
back. It disappears. You know, the illusion goes back over that one, and then it appears on a smaller one lower down. And there's a different face down there.
Picking up and dropping off.
Checking in.
The illusion goes away.
Checking in? How do you check in?
I'm not expecting anyone to check in. You expecting anyone to check in?
Check in.
Okay, come in.
And you hear a couple of locks open, and it opens up as a kind of a big, heavy, protected door.
Seems a bit overkill.
Well, privacy is very important to our customers.
And I'll take some liberty here. You open it up, and it sort of the whole base of what maybe this lighthouse was is the entirety of this kind of one single room. And where you have seen in some delivery areas that there's like a bunch of stuff, there's actually nothing here. And it is completely empty except for a small like front desk that is set way at the back. And it is echoey as it's in there. And there's like a comical absence of stuff here.
Were you robbed?
All right. Is there anybody else in there? Like who?
So you see that there's two tieflings, and they look nearly identical. They have purple skin, long tail, short horns coming out of their head. They have black hair, and they're just kind of like looking at you guys.
Hello. My name is Gravely. I'm a Dreadex courier. I was actually set up. My old boss, Garfield from Valentrell, sent me to Respite, and was waiting for further instructions, but they never came. So I was just checking to see if you guys have heard anything or heard from Garfield.
Business is, excuse my brother, he's a little glum right now. Business is a little bit slow recently, as you can tell, so I don't think we have any deliveries for you. We weren't expecting any additional couriers. Actually, we barely have enough work for those that are here.
Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on working unless you needed the help, but I just thought that maybe Garfield might have sent some notice of the status of my of the new office opening up.
I'll go check the book.
You actually, so you hear from back behind Jean, "Oh, so it appears the trash has rolled in with the tide then."
Oh.
And gravely recognizes the voice of his old Dreadex co-worker, Bashir. Bashir is a handsome, charismatic drow that handled everything quite well and was quite recognized and was always terrible to Gravely.
What are you doing
You
here?
won't find them in the books, boys. He's not employed with us anymore.
He is not very kind.
What do you mean I'm not employed? I left on good standing. I was going to be a branch manager.
Is that what Garfield told you? Did he tell you to go out and start your own office?
Yes. Sort of.
How'd that go? Were you out on your own with no resources?
No, I met some people, and we actually did quite a bit of good, and we
Good?
rescued people, and we fought off creatures.
You're not supposed to do good. You're supposed to deliver packages with no questions asked.
Well, I had a lot of
That's
downtime.
why you were never any good at it.
Excuse me, Bashir.
Bashir's going to make an investigation check and just like run his hand right through the top of Jean's illusionary head because he recognizes with his investigation check that this is an illusion and it actually knocks Bill. It disrupts the illusion and it actually knocks Bill off your head.
And when Bill gets knocked off, Maya just immediately is like, "Oh no, Mr. Bill!"
When he does that, when he kind of like moves over, I'm going to put my hand on my short sword. Don't do that.
Does my illusion fail, or is it just him that's realized it's an illusion?
The way that generally looks is like once somebody kind of identifies an illusion, they can sort of tell the details of
Like
it.
looking
So
at
it
that
wouldn't
green
technically
screen.
ruin it for everybody else, but probably him putting his hand through this illusionary hand would kind of ruin it for everybody else. Certainly Bill popping out of the illusion would like
Yeah.
kind of like show the jig is up.
Maya would probably just drop it, and then realizing that like it's been found, just say, "Hello."
So Gravely, for your putting your hand to your sword, roll a dexterity check.
21.
Ooh. Did Bashir have a class? Was he also a ranger or?
He was also a ranger.
Class of 86.
All right, so Gravely, you said your hand goes to your short sword?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gravely hand goes to the short sword and pulls it slightly, and Bashir sees that, and he reaches for his own rapier, and he gets his hand to it, but like you're ahead of him. Like if you were gonna draw, you'd have the drop on him, and you could even like take a shot at him, and he's definitely taken aback by that. He was not expecting that. He was expecting to be completely in control, and this is not quite the Gravely that he remembers, and he kind of like, you can tell that kind of knocks him off his game a little bit.
Gentlemen, listen. This is not why we're here. What are we doing? We're supposed to be going out on the. You said you had something to do. You didn't hire me to help you. Listen, clearly
What is
you're.
this?
This is.
What did you
Talks?
say?
What is this trash?
Excuse me, this is one of my allies that we met
He would be.
a bit ago.
Are you here to hire our services?
Only if you're dead.
I'm just looking
Well, I'm not dead, so-
I'm just looking into the status of my employment.
Monsieur, I think it would be best if you stop talking. And I'm going to cast that as suggestion on the Bashir. He has to make a wisdom save.
To beat what now?
So she's going to say, I would suggest that you calm down and stop talking. 16.
Success. He calms down and he stops talking. And he will be for the duration of that spell, I think.
See, that's why I figured that would come in handy. Gravely, clearly you're fired. All right, so let's go.
I look at the tieflings and I say, can you get word out to Valentrail for me, to Garfield, and ask him if if Gravely is still employed.
Certainly we will. Won't we?
And
Do I have to?
Yes, just make a note of it. We'll take care of
I'll
it.
give him a couple silver and just say, please.
Oh. Here you go.
Right, I'll do it.
All right. We'll send word out to Valentrell.
Thanks. I'll check back in a couple of days, I guess.
And Bashir's just standing there, not speaking.
Gravely,
Remember, you didn't see us.
Gravely, Gravely, do you need a hug?
We start walking out, and I look back at Bashir, and I'm like, I just kind of put my head down and keep walking.
I think he needs a backbone is what he needs.
He's having a very tough day, so you must be kind to him. Gravely has a lot of emotions.
I can tell. Too many.
So
Can we trust him to go on just messing with us?
Oh, Gravely is incredible. He has saved my life many times. You could not be with a better person.
Well, if you say so. If you vouch for him, then...
Of course. Of course. Now, Soot, tell me about your feelings. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very busy. We need to get going.
Yes, we have exciting things to do.
And Gravely from the top of the stairs says, let's go. If we're going to find a ship, let's get a move on.
So back out there, you're already past the docks, and you already kind of like had a look at the variety of ships that are around and saw a few sailors and crew members and folks around doing rigging and doing port type stuff. Some look very busy and some are just kind of sitting around. There's a few people playing cards and dice at different places. And
Does anybody look exciting?
So if we head out right now, would we get there and be able to look, or is this more of a leave in the morning sort of situation?
No, let's go now.
All right,
What's
fine.
the difference sailing during the day or during the night? These
But I
crews
am
don't care.
tired.
Maya, let's.
I had some very gross fish guts.
You can sleep on the boat.
Gravely walks up to the first sailboat people that is common looking, not high end or terribly low end, and just walks up to them and says, we need someone, we need to charter a boat, a ride.
Sure, right. Where you going out here then?
We're going to the island.
Well, you getting all the way back to Ireland?
Giac Island.
Joke, Ireland. Well, that depends. What time you want to leave?
Right now.
Right now, I can't really leave. Gotta give me 5 gold if you're gonna leave now.
We can do that. I'm going to speak up from the back.
Okay, if you need a crew, it's gonna be 10 gold too.
That's fine.
It's gonna be another 5 gold if you want to have lanterns.
We have our own lanterns.
Okay. Do you need bedding? Because that's another 5 gold.
I think we'll be all right.
Let me get this clear. It seems like you're tacking one thing on after the other.
Yeah, you're a smart one, aren't you?
I don't appreciate that.
I don't appreciate a bunch of riffraff coming trying to take my boat.
We're
right,
going
let's
to
go to the
pay
next person.
you,
All right.
sir.
I know you could take that gold.
I'll go to the next dock over and be like, hey, we need to charter a boat.
Hey! How are you?
Hello.
Hi!
Hi, are you available for rental? We need to go to Giaca Island.
Jaka Island? Great. When do you want to leave?
Right now. It's for a day's journey.
Right now. You guys hear this? They want to go to Jaka Island right now.
what time?
Now!
Right now, that's
Can
crazy.
you
We can't
believe
go right
it?
now. The opera's tonight. We can't go right now.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Opera.
I heard about this opera.
Oh, we can't wait for the opera.
Oh, Gravely, Soot.
So that's a
Can
no
we go in
then?
the morning and we could go to the opera tonight, please?
No, we have to go now.
But why?
Because the sooner we get there, the sooner we get back.
But the opera.
I need this, Maya. I need to take my mind off something.
Okay, Gravely.
So in terms of kind of like sizing up the journey and what's available, you're getting into like mid-afternoon. You're maybe about 3 hours at this point from sundown. And so there's definitely a lot of variables in terms of like, depending on how you got out there, definitely you could do anything from like, if you all just got in a rowboat, you could row your way out there. The seas aren't crazy. It'd be a little perilous, but like you can see where it is and you could get yourself out there with any kind of vessel. You'd feel a lot more secure on like more of a ship. But then there's also the question of if you went there, if you went there in like a rowboat or something right now, even a larger vessel is going to take a little bit of time to get out there. You're going to be arriving right now close to nightfall, and that's just something to take into account.
I'm thinking about time and daylight, and it might be better if we leave at daybreak. To be able to find it, if we go out there now, it's going to be extremely hard in uncharted territory to find this, whatever you're looking for.
Listen, just come out and say it, okay? You don't want to go tonight. You want to go in the morning.
I think that would be best.
Let's do it in the morning then.
Does that mean we can go to the opera?
I'm going to go back to the inn, and we'll get you a room at the inn if that's all right.
Are you hiring me? I'm confused.
No, well, take care of yourself. We'll meet you here in the morning.
Thanks. I'll see you there tomorrow.
Unless you want to come with me to the opera.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay, I'll go alone.
Well,
Wait a minute, a lady going alone to the opera? Well, that I won't let happen. The name's Mercutio.
Oh, Mercutio. Hello, nice to meet
Mwah.
you. Thank you. My name is Maya.
Maya, just so nice to see you. Let us head to the opera. It's on me.
Gravely, don't wait up. I will see you back at the inn. I just made a new friend.
all right.
Do I trust Mercutio?
You can roll in and check on your own.
Does Maya care?
That's fair. Would this be inside or what would this be?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be a 9 plus 4, so it's going to be 13.
A 13. She has a fair sizing up of Mercutio. She's not sure. What is her impression of Mercutio, Jeff?
Seems nice enough.
All right, let's go to the opera.
He doesn't seem openly dangerous.
I mean, it's opera, so...
It's opera. How bad could it be?
Let's do it. Okay.
Those are the ones you have to look out for.
Well, Maya's going to the opera with this dude, so bye.
All right, Maya heads off with
Fish guts, that's what we eat. Fish guts, 1 and 2 and 3.
the only thing they sing about here. So Maya heads off to the opera with Mercutio.
Fish got the bucket of the bill, so nice.
Is that Mercutio singing or your impression of the opera? Mercutio sings that along the way.
Yeah. That's my favorite song from it.
I love it.
Gravely goes up to his room and sits on his bed and looks out the window and pulls out all his arrows and checks the fletching, and he's just thinking about his career.
If there's a souvenir shop at the opera, Maya would definitely buy like a ridiculous like hat or t-shirt or something for Gravely to try and cheer him up.
You get for 1
Or
gold.
the soundtrack, like if she can get like
For 1 gold.
Sheet music.
There's a shirt for 1 gold that says the name of the opera, and there's also the sheet music for 1 gold, and there's little like cheap figurines of a character in
cheap
the opera.
figurines.
Okay.
Done. Yeah, toys.
So that costs a gold.
Oh, please, Maya, let me pay for it.
Oh, Mercutio, I like you so much.
Oh, I like you too. Shall we have a drink?
Okay.
Okay, it's up in my place.
Okay.
Oh, okay, great.
We just talked about boundaries.
Before Maya leaves Mercutio's, he's gathering his stuff. He's like, oh, well, what a wonderful night. And he has a big bag, and he moves it, and he says, well, I gotta go. And he picks it up really quick, and then a whole bunch of gold pieces fall out, like hundreds and hundreds of gold pieces fall out. And they go all over the bed, and he goes, oh, you weren't supposed to see that.
Oh, you dropped stuff.
I'm so clumsy. I have a big investment deal that I'm getting in on. Oh, boy. And he bundled it all back
Oh,
up.
you
and
should be careful.
I should. You know, it's a real It's a real one-time opportunity that a friend of mine has. Invest in a brand new ship that's going to go sailing. They have a surefire deal, big investment, gold returning 100 times.
That sounds nice. I have to go do a thing.
Oh, do you want to get in on it? I have an in to help you, Maya.
I'm sorry. I'm confused.
See, you can be in on this investment.
Well,
You
I
could
don't
invest-
have any money.
You don't have any money?
Well, okay. Technically, I have. Hang on. Let me do the math on this.
Well, it's a very cheap entrance. The
I have
entrance
13 gold.
is 13 gold is the
10
amount that it
capra.
takes.
10 silver.
Every gold you put in will get returned 10
I don't
times.
want money back, but here. She'll pull out 5 gold and just hand them to Mercutio and say, I had a lovely time, but now I have to go get breakfast and I need to cheer up my friends.
And that's why Maya only has 13 gold with her.
Okay, bye.
So Thut is going to go back to his room. He's going to open up a big chest that he has with him, and he's going to stare down in it. And he's going to see 2 kind of smaller bodies in the chest.
Buddies.
Bodies?
And he is going to take a small knife and cut his hand a little bit. He's going to take what looks like some kind of leather with some pores and tiny hairs on it. And he's going to take out a small vial from his pouch. And he's going to combine them together, speak something in Draconic, and the 2 bodies will start to move.